Hello there, everybody. Welcome to those of you who are returning to the channel to check out this build, and those of you who are new, thank you for stopping by. Today, the build that I have for you guys is a Cinder Strike Ignite build. Um, this is a build that is still work in progress, but it's at a point in which I think it's very good. I just need gear, so um, and that just kind of comes down to luck and me grinding it out. So the build only will improve based on the affixes and gear that I get and idols and stuff like that. But yeah, so this is what we have. We're running Cinder Strike, we're running Shurikens, we're running Shift, we're running Decoy, and we're running Smoke Bomb. And there's a few interactions in this build that are kind of interesting, and they're going to give you some damage boost, some sustainability in terms of life and defense, and all sorts of stuff. So essentially the rundown is we're going to have Cinder Strike here be our main attack skill. With Cinder Strike, as you can see, we're attacking super fast, and this is with double Eye of Ring setup. I'm doing quite a bit of damage just with the Cinder Strike here. And for kind of our main damage, what we're doing if we're like clearing mono is just clearing packs in arena. What you're going to do is you're going to proc these shurikens, and you're going to come up and hit them, and you're going to keep procking your shurikens every once in a while. Usually like every, second or two in between your hits. That way it can reproc those attacks and hits for the shurikens to also ignite on the dummy to get our ignite stacks up. Um, that's kind of like the basic rundown of how it's going to go, and you're kind of just going to be shifting around with the shurikens propped up and hitting enemies, and keep like shifting around and proccing your shurikens. That's pretty much the gist of the build. And then for single target bossing or large packs, whatever, what you do is you're going to throw down the dummies, you're going to throw out the shurikens and just start Cinder Strike, and you'll get a damage boost from the dummy shred. So that's pretty much how the build works. And let me go ahead and hop into the skills here, and we can go over those. So for the skills, we obviously have Cinder Strike. This is going to be our first skill. We're taking literally every proc that you can get to apply more hits. The Flame Alchemist. Now, these necessarily don't have to be included. These three, the Volatile Flask, is just another a proc for Ignite chance. It doesn't have to be, these nodes don't have to be taken. You can come down here and take, Poison Chance if you have a lot of Poison Chance, or the last oil coating here, and maybe even like Cinder Strike based on, you know, ignited enemies, blah, 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 whatever. That could be more sustained damage, I would say. I just take the flask, it's what I ran, and so I just kept with it. I haven't really noticed any difference. Another main part of this is going to be the Burning Dagger on use, and then also the Burning Dagger cone on first attack. Now, these add a bunch of hits, and it also adds a little bit of range to the build. As you see, we have some range daggers come out here every first hit, and then also I have these daggers that fly around me that ignite just on hit. So, whoops. So these add additional hits and can finish enemies as you're like moving between packs, or can finish off ranged enemies that are attacking you while you're dealing with a pack, like a one-off outlier mob, whatever, that's just sitting around trying to hit you from range. Those will take care of those, and they do ignite the enemy by default, so it just adds more ignite stacks. And then we have all our fire damage here to scale the ignite as we keep hitting. For Shuriken, what I'm doing here, and thanks to Apprentice Corner for this mechanic, but what I'm doing here is I'm just taking the additional Shurikens, the Bleed Chance here, and then I'm running down here to get the Shurikens cast around you, and then also getting the free armor and the duration here. And this is going to add 7 additional hits, or however many spawn, I think it's 7. 7 additional hits, 2 proc ignites, whatever, to the build, and they only proc once per cast. Okay, so it procs per hit, but only once per hit. So each shuriken only hits once and applies ailments, whatever. So you have to recast it to have it apply ailments again. So that's why you recast it while you're in your Cinder Strike combo, and just keep doing that, and it'll allow you to keep those ignite stacks up. Then we have shift, your basic shift here. I take the kill threshold just because we're running dots, so if we get a large enemy to low HP, we can just kill them really fast. this bleed chance here, and then coming down here and grabbing some dodge rating and also the invulnerability while shifting, and it kind of, this dodge rating helps us, you know, sustain our dodge. When I get more gear, I'll have a higher dodge, and it'll pretty much give us an iframe. Um, for Smoke Bomb, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be coming down here, get our shrouds up here, base crit chance. This doesn't really matter. I might actually respec out of this and put it elsewhere, maybe just into this melee and throwing damage here. But what we really want is this melee leech and throwing leech. And with Smoke Bomb, we get a ton of melee leech and throwing leech. Let me see if I can show you here. So the melee leech damage is health, and it didn't have throw leech here for some reason, but whenever we use our Smoke Bomb, you see this number just climb up here, and it'll get like 68%. Yeah, 68%, and that'll last 4 seconds. So whenever you're in a tough situation, we have a bunch of sustainability. We just throw down the Smoke Bomb, and we get about 60% of each throwing and melee, which we're going to be attacking fast because we have 2 Eye of Marines, and then also with all the throwing procs on Cinder Strike and the Shurikens that are going to be, that we're going to be casting. It's going to be, I mean, they don't do very much damage, but the leech at 60% doesn't matter how much damage you're doing. You're going to be leeching quite a bit still. So you're going to be getting that, and then also your Dust Shrouds here, and then the radius and growth speed, and that's kind of what you're going to want to do. The crit chance I wouldn't get. You probably just get, this throwing attack damage, melee damage. Crit chance could help with Eye of Marines, but not really too important. Then last we have our Decoy, which we're going to be using for fire resistance shred. Just coming up here and grabbing these, and then the extra decoys thrown. And that's pretty much the skills. For the passives on Rogue, what we're going to be doing is grabbing our mana generator and health gain here. Attack speed is very helpful. Dodge rating, damage taken while moving, and the increased dodge rating. This will help in between packs, and then obviously the increased dodge rating, dual wielding, because we want to be able to use both of the Irines. For Bladedancer, the glancing blow, the bleed chance per equipped sword, and global damage over time. Dust Shroud when on melee hit, and then the melee attack speed. We'll probably cap this node out to get the additional bleed chance, and I'll tell you why in a bit. Crimson Shroud, the melee leech, not really that important, but the increased leech rate is beneficial, and it's still pretty good, and stacks onto our smoke screen, or smoke bomb. The attack speed here, glancing blow with 2 swords, nice 50%. 1 point in Silver Shroud, just to have that. Health gain per stack of Shroud. This is also a lot of sustain while we're fighting elites or killing enemies. So you typically want to get packs near elites so you can heal off them. All your hits will give you a health instead of having to rely on leech and stuff like that. And then also the damage taken, less damage taken while at low health, so we can sustain if we get down to the low health threshold where the additional armor kicks in and stuff like that. Then we'll be able to stay alive and leech back up or gain health back up. That's pretty much it. I'll probably be getting, in terms of what other nodes I might be getting to finish this off, I probably won't be getting anything in here. As I said, I'll max this out, get the glancing blow here, and maybe the health gain on glancing blow, or yeah, I think that's about it. Maybe this dodge here, just get some defensive nodes to finish it out. And kind of polish my defenses there. In terms of idols and items for uniques, what you're going to need are Irines are going to be your main unique that you use. Other than that, just anything that attacks fast with crit chance on, not crit chance, chance to ignite, or really anything that does damage. I mean, you can level in any manner and then kind of swap to this later, because it does rely on a couple uniques that people may not have, but you can level in with anything else, and then accrue some currency and roll for these. They're not that hard to get. And then we're going to be using Malin's Hubris to convert all that bleed chance that we get in the tree and in our skill trees to ignite chance and give us some more increased fire damage over time. For the idols and your helmet and chest affixes, we're going to be wanting increased ignite effect, or I probably have some here. Let me look. I haven't put them on yet, but maybe I don't. There's bleed. Chance to bleed per equipped sword is a an affix that you can get, um, or chance to bleed with Shuriken on Shuriken hit, which is also something that you can get, which would help in terms of scaling your ignite chance because we have these Malian's Hubris gloves that converts our bleed to ignite. So those I would run. Probably your best in slot would be the bleed chance per sword equips and also the ignite effect. The Shuriken one, I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. I haven't gotten to test that yet, but once I get those, I'll test them and see how they work. But yeah, that's going to be kind of what it is for what you're going to need for the gear, and then just fill out your defenses. I don't have a gear planner and stuff put in the description, of course, for this build, and you'll kind of see what I'm going to be going there. But that's all she wrote, and that's pretty much what we got for this build. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you guys make any improvements or find anything else interesting about this build in particular. If you guys find any cool interactions with it, please let me know. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this if you do end up building it and trying it out. Thanks so much. Peace.